my YouTube channel, I do you'll be watching for stronger foundation of information technology that forces you to keep your concept of knowledge in. Keep watching for latest videos every time I will come up with the latest video in computer. Thank you.
Open it from here, or I can go to open other presentation if it wasn't listed here, and I can also click on this button that will pin it. That means it will always be visible on the top, so I can pin as many as I want so that they are always here. So I can click it, and here's the PowerPoint I had done earlier where I have like 7 to 8 different slides. Now the first thing I want to talk about is how do you add a design. So I can go to the design tab, and in the design tab I'm just going to click on any one of these themes. So I just click on it, and you can see on the left hand side they start to change. Just to show you it in a better way, I'll just go to view, slide sorter, and I will reduce the zoom a little on the right hand side bottom so I can see all my slides. I'll go back to design. So you see when I click on them, you can see how all of them are changing. And you can change it whenever you want, so there are no rules about it. Anytime you want it, you can just change the theme to whichever you want it to be. So it's very easy to do that. And whenever you get these themes, you'll find there are some variants that starts to show up. So this is one of the new feature. So you can just click on the variations of it as you like it. And then from here, you can have changes to colors, because when you start pointing to some of them, they'll do certain variations on some of the themes. So you see as I clicked on it, they start to change. So that's from the design tab, and you can go to that colors, or you can go to even fonts. So if you wanted to change the combinations of fonts, if I choose this one, and then a lot of them will start to change. And another new feature that's come up in 2013 is the slide size. I think it was there in the previous one, maybe it's not that visible. I can click it and I can make it standard 4:3 like this, because nowadays many of the laptops and computers are 16:9, so they've got this feature, widescreen feature, and you can also do a custom slide size if you need it to fit the screen nicely. So anytime you want to change your themes, just click on it, and you can also browse for them and find some more online. Change it. You can use variations, or you can go from there, colors, and then choose something else, and it changes a lot of different things. I'm just going to double click on one of these slides so I can come to normal view. So by double clicking, you come back to normal view rather than going to view and then normal, or the button on the bottom right hand side. That's the normal button. Now if I wanted to change the color on this slide or all the slide, I needed a different one. I can either right click on it and I should see format background, or in the design tab there is a button here called format background. I click it, and now I can choose whether I want a solid color, and I can choose a different color, and as I'm choosing it, it will start to change. And you can choose to apply to all. It means all the slides will have this color. It's always a good thing to be consistent with PowerPoint, but sometimes you may have a chart or a picture and you may need to change the slide color on the background to make it look nice. Or if you don't hit apply to all, it will only apply to this one. But besides solid color, you can choose to have it gradient feel. That is, you want to mix colors up so you can have two different combinations going. So there are many different ways of doing it. They also have some presets that you can choose from. So this is the combinations of couple of colors, and then you can affect how the gradients will be affected. So you can play around with it and get a better sense of it. Radial, or you want it to be rectangle, you can do that. Besides gradient, I can choose to have a picture or a texture feel. So there are lots of textures that you can choose from, and again you can apply to all if you ever needed it. If I wanted, I could use insert a picture from a file. So I can click on a file, and then I can go to where my pictures are, Double click on it, and you see the picture is added. Now the other thing you might be realizing that the picture might be very bright, so you scroll down and then you see the transparency. You increase the transparency so that the picture in the background starts to get lighter. And now if I hit apply to all the slides will have this. Now just to see this in action, I can go to slideshow from beginning, and you see there it is. So as I click, you can see all the slides have that background. I can hit escape to stop it. Or instead of going from slideshow from beginning, there is a shortcut button here, start from beginning. If it's not there, you can click here and you can add it, start from beginning. By default, I think it's there. I can go back to design and I can click on something else to change it. So that's a really good way to add your format background. I can close this window. So now the next thing I want to do is that when I transition my slides, I want my slides to transition in a nice way. So if I go to the transitions tab, and you see there's options where I can make it push up, I can make it split, random bars, and there are lots of different ways how your slide will transition. So maybe I'll use the honeycomb. And you see how it's showing me how it will transition? So now to see the effects, I'm going to use the slideshow start from beginning button. And as I click, you will see, oops, I made a mistake. That's a good thing to do. So honeycomb in the transition, and I need to make sure I hit apply to all. If I don't hit apply to all, the changes haven't been done because it will only apply that transition to this one slide. So I'll hit apply to all. Now let's see, start from beginning, and there it's coming. So when I click, it will transition to the second slide. I'll hit escape to stop. So this is called slide transition, and you can also apply sound to your slide transition, but just be careful because your transition might become a joke if you decide to do that, because it will make those noises every time your slide changes. If you need it, maybe add it, maybe just at the end, maybe like an applause, so that you don't hit apply to all, you can only apply to that particular one. And they've added a lot of new features in transitions, origami, and it shows me how it's transitioning. If you didn't see it, you can always preview it, and you can hit apply to all. Now for this particular transition, they have some more effects options that you can choose whether you want it to move to the right or to the left, and you can hit apply to all.
Thank you. Thanks for watching my videos. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you. Thank you very much.